Okay, I was excited. We all were excited for those that want to play, but the only thing that makes the new Jujutsu Kaisen game good is the gameplay experience that it brings, and if you're also able to do two of the following. Be able to play online matches, and if you have friends, and we all know the average anime gamer don't have any friends, so you really hope you could get a refund by the end of this week. But don't worry, this isn't a hate video, because I got you to click off the title and thumbnail alone. You really just have to hear what I gotta say, otherwise me and your mom is gonna be doing some funny stuff together. So the new Jujutsu Kaisen game is garbage, but it's the good type of garbage. The game that you know is garbage, but because the game is somehow surprisingly fun, you let it slide. But I'm not letting it slide because I keep getting a network error that occur every time I try to load into a ranked game for the past 4 days. So what exactly makes this game garbage, you may ask? That, my friends, are what we're going to talk about in this video. First, let's talk about the biggest problem as of now, which is the constant server issues. Surprisingly, Byking, known for their amazing netcode this time around, isn't so amazing. In fact, the community have realized that for the PlayStation community, that because we can't get into games is because of crossplay issues between PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5 users. But my question to that is, wouldn't it be just a server issue overall, because it still doesn't explain how in most cases and in most games you're able to get connected into is how often the matches begin to lag or become still frame pictures for everyone in that game. Hopefully Byking can solve this issue, because this problem needs to be solved as soon as possible. If the servers don't work, then no one wants to play the game unless they're on other platforms like Xbox and PC, where apparently servers are just working fine, as players from both platforms have mentioned. Speaking on server issues and not being able to load into the game, let's talk about character balancing. I don't like how some characters are executed and done in the game. This is also just a personal preference. This is just my opinion. I don't speak for all on this situation or topic right here. Yuta, for example, could be hit by ultimate, joint attack, or basic attack while doing his Rika Rage animation. While I don't really like how some characters' kit are done in the game, it's also not really bad at all, since this game is very team based in a way. So majority of the time, most characters will have kits that go along very nicely with one another, like Geto joint attack being perfect for a free setup for his ultimate, not only for himself but for his teammates as well if needed. But what I will say is, the game truly shines when it comes down to team coordination. So having a friend easily makes the game a lot better when you have communication and a better understanding of how you and your friend want to play competitively while in rank. Without that communication, playing with randoms could be a stress sometimes when you don't know what they're planning to do during a match. Speaking on characters, maps are also huge in this game. Some characters will like certain maps more than others, especially if it's a domain character that will allow them to have enough distance or obstacles in their way to freely use their domain. However, some maps aren't exactly the best, and random times it can really hurt you more than anything. But I will say this, if you aren't picking the Jujutsu high ground area, you're sealing, and that's on you. Lastly, before I forget, I've been hearing how much the game is pretty much more smoother on PC and better FPS as well. Downloaded the PlayStation 5 version. I don't know if it's just me, but while playing with friends as well in customs and in ranked games, we did feel that sort of delay when playing. I wish I could fully say it could be a connection or server issue, but if there is for some reason a delay, I do hope Byking will come to fix it. The story mode is a breeze. I don't really like the slideshow execution for the game, and Byking in their past games have showed that they rarely do cutscenes sometimes for the game. You could be saying that no one won't care for the story mode, but you'll be surprised, especially of those that play RPG games that are always hyped out to try out the story. So I do wish it was executed better. But I would give the game somewhat props to the story. It's very rewarding, and there's little neat side missions as well that I personally think is cool. I also want to mention that we're very limited on cosmetics for the game. I do hope Byking will introduce more and better cosmetics for the characters that truly need some. It's kind of surprising how Geto is one of the few characters that don't really have any form of cosmetic, but we could also at least agree that the schoolgirl Mahito is the best cosmetic in the game as of now. Also, I do want to say that it's kind of crazy how expensive most voice lines and such are, but at least it does make grinding for them somewhat worth it, I guess. So in conclusion, while we wanted something new and we did get something new and unique for the game, the only thing that's unique about Jujutsu Kaisen Cursed Clash is the 2v2 aspect and the team combination potential, which we already seen somewhat before in previous anime games or in other anime games in the past. What Byking needed is not to be rushed, and they would have been able to fully execute the concept of the ideal perfectly. But I will say this is also what makes Jujutsu Kaisen the fun game it is. Sure, while there's so many flaws that makes us wonder why the game is even $60 in the first place, many players that did take the time to buy the game and see what it has to offer did mention that the game was fun, and I did enjoy my time playing as well, even though I have my frustrations on wanting the game better. So for now, let's just see what Byking would do in the future updates to see what they could improve upon for the game. If Byking is watching this video, please update us on the upcoming patches and content as well with a roadmap. I would love to see what is coming next for Jujutsu Kaisen Cursed Clash. Anyways, I know it's been almost a week of no My Hero Uchiroma content, so I will stream on both games soon on My Hero and Jujutsu Kaisen. So be sure to follow my Twitch account down below in the description. If you reached this far into the video, tell me what you enjoyed so far about the game in the comments. I'll see you guys in a new video soon.